good. I like coming on these cooler days because it's less likelihood for the engine to overheat.
Which state in U.S. is a lot of desert?
Arizona, New Mexico, California, Utah.
A lot.
Yep. Nevada. I think Nevada is almost entirely desert. But there's apparently there's a different type of desert. So like Eastern Washington State and Eastern Oregon are what you call a high plains desert. They don't get a lot of rainfall, but it's not gonna be like Mojave where it's all sand and, you know, like your typical image of a desert.
Yeah, my brother lives out in Sacramento, California, and his family's from the West Coast, and they go vacation in Oregon, and we go out. We've started going out there like once a year, and it's just what you said. It's the high elevation desert, or something, the high mountain desert, and it's just bare. It's kind of bare,
right?
I found this place pretty interesting because Michigan have a lot of rainfall.
Yes.
But they have desert here.
Kinda, yeah.
Is it because of the same reason that the lakes are here? Because of the glaciers? Is that what?
I don't know. Like this actually used to be ocean, which is like I don't know how many millions of billions of years. Yeah, right. One of those things we learned in 6th grade science and never used.
Right.
but that's why we have all the salt formations deposited, you know, here. But
This is
I think
cool.
this is probably just carryover from when the Great Lakes, probably one of the glacial periods, you know, and you know we have glacial melt and stuff, and this is the Great Lakes were probably a lot bigger than they are now, so this is kind of just like the receding hairline or whatever you want to call it of the Great Lakes. So these little circle things, if you got a motorcycle or a quad, you can just do a little loop-de-loo there. Yeah, they got outhouses here. I always forget about. They're probably only a couple months old.
Are you allowed to camp out here if you bring a tent?
Nope, not on the dunes. Now there's Lake Michigan right there.
Boy, it's such a beautiful sand. So
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm not gonna go through there because I think I tried it once and it was just a little bit too narrow for my liking. But here's another Jeep XJ. So this is a 96. Okay, so a Jeep introduced this in 1984, and my blinkers and taillights looked like this from 1984 to 96. Now 97, 98, and 99, they changed the tail lights and the running lights and front blinker lights and stuff, but functionally not a whole heck of a lot of difference. Just more cosmetic type stuff. If anybody gets too warm, let me know. Trying not to cook anybody, but I kind of like the fresh air.
Yeah.
I like the cool air, hand down with the cool air. Where's this guy doing? There's another Raptor. The blue one on the right is definitely a Raptor. I don't know if the blue truck on the left is. Sometimes they'll have sand drag races. I don't know if they're that's right over there. But, yep. So there's Lake Michigan.
Look at that. It's like the Caribbean.
Right? Super nice blue water.
So what can you do on the beach? Can you go swimming?
Yeah,
if you come here in the summer?
If you want.
You just can't stay overnight.
Right. So actually, let's just do. So this is probably 300 feet from the water. That's kind of like a law for Michigan to keep, so we don't get like engine oil and gasoline, and we don't want to pollute the water. So yeah, yeah, you can see the current. It's moving pretty good because of the wind and whatever. And then we got some beach houses over there that are multiple millions of dollars, and there's another XJ. So this body style is called the XJ. That red one is the Jeep Grand Cherokee from that was introduced in '93. That red Jeep was made to replace this one. But they decided these things are still selling like you wouldn't believe, like high numbers. I think they sold over 7 million of this actual model.
I just remember seeing it.
Yeah,
Like,
they were all over. Yep. But they sold them side by side. But that red one, the Grand Cherokee, was actually supposed to just be a regular Cherokee. But they just decided to make that the luxury version, call it the Grand Cherokee.
Which one's better in the sand, the Grand Cherokee or this one?
They're so close.
So they kept the performance.
Yes, they didn't dilute it or anything. Yeah, they're really close. There's actually YouTube videos and challenges and stuff where they had so that one's called the ZJ, that red Grand Cherokee. Yeah. Oh, the bike, yeah.
I think that he didn't see those trucks. They kind of almost met at the people.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's dangerous. That's what the flags are for, so you can see people coming, but it's not always possible. But yeah, there's ZJ versus XJ. The red Grand Cherokee is the XJ, or I'm sorry, the ZJ. And I mean, they're almost. You can't differentiate. They're one. You can't really say one is better than the other. That's how close they are.
What about those military Hummers? How are they?
Those things are insane.
Are they
League of their own?
Similar to Raptor? Better?
Nothing really comes close to it.
Really?
Yeah. That thing can climb over 18-inch concrete barrier. Like that thing is just insane. That's a military Humvee military vehicle, yeah. But it's decommissioned, so now private citizens.
So you were asking about how wide? That's the widest you can have it and legally drive on a
probably
highway.
Yeah. Yep.
It is. I guess they.
It was really never. So, they do training, like National Guard, and so they do use them on the highway, but only get to the bases where you can actually do drill and training and stuff like that. So, I don't know about. You said you're from North Carolina, or
Maryland?
Maryland. That's right. But your 919 number threw me off. That's
right.
Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
North Carolina area code, but yeah, Maryland, that's right. So Fort Meade and everything, but yeah, I remember being a kid and you just see convoys every weekend going up north all over the place, and so they have to be able to fit in a US lane, but Europe, well, they're not going to fit in some of those cities.
And they did start selling them.